Hello, my name is Marcos, and this is PluriCell Tx. Did you know that every 42 seconds someone has a heart attack just in the US? Fortunately, more than half of these people survive the event, but they go on to develop a chronic condition known as heart failure. More than 6 million Americans have been diagnosed with that already, which adds a huge pressure on the healthcare system by accounting for more than $44 billion every year on medical expenses. And the problem is simple to understand. People lost heart cells and they could never have them back. Well, that is until now, because PluriCell is able to produce bona fide human heart cells in the lab and cryopreserve them for future use. So when the patient gets hospitalized, the doctor is able to prescribe the medication, which are the cells. The cells would be delivered in a minimally invasive way all the way to the heart. They would engraft into the tissue, improve the overall function of the heart, and therefore the clinical outcome of the patient. We are basically creating the next generation of therapy for heart disease. This is how our cells look like under the microscope, and when we inject them in rats, we're able to show that they not only form new tissue inside of the rat's heart, but they also this translates into improvement of function, as you can see here on the left-hand side. When we compare this data with landmark studies published in the literature, we not only improved function, but we were able to engraft twice as many cells into the rat's heart, which is very exciting. We also have preliminary data in pigs showing that our cells are also able to engraft into those large hearts of pigs. And right now we are raising our Series A to see if we can translate this into improvement of function, because for that we require a large amount of pigs to show it, and that's why we need the Series A. When we talk about the competitive landscape, we are the only company producing these cells at 1% of the cost, effectively making this a economically viable solution. We are addressing manufacturing problems for cell and gene therapy head on, and this is very important, which has been dealt as a bottleneck for the area. If we address just as little as 1% of the patient population in the US, we already can anticipate a revenue potential of around $4 billion every year, which is a very sizable opportunity. We've been able to raise our fundraise for our seed round from a pharmaceutical player in Brazil back in 2018. We successfully ran our rat studies with that investment and our preliminary study in pigs. Right now, we're raising our Series A. And the idea behind Series A is to scale up and also run the large efficacy study in pigs. And if all runs well, we anticipate a Series B round for to run all the tasks necessary to approve human trials by 2025. Series B rounds anticipated to be around $40 million. And we have a very successful team. We are 8 people full-time, 5 PhDs, and have been able to attract key opinion leaders from around the globe, such as Paul Burge from Northwestern University, and also Oren Caspi, a medical doctor and cardiologist from the Technion Institute in Israel. So we are raising $10 million for 24 months of runway, and with the milestones of scaling up 1 billion cells per batch, and also large animal efficacy study to show that the cells improve. We're going to allocate this money into these specific areas, preclinical tests, cell operations, also some administrative and legal and regulatory issues. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. If you're interested, just get in touch. I appreciate your attention.